Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a review and a demonstration on a tool that I've bought. I've probably had 3 or 4 years now, and I just don't use it very often. But boy, is it reliable and handy whenever you need it. So what I have here is the Portland electric pole saw from Harbor Freight. I caught this on back in the day, one of the coupon deals, and boy, I want to say they range, and it may have changed since then. I'll leave a link down below so you know exact price. Anywhere from 60 to 80 bucks. I think I caught it on a real good deal for 60 bucks. And man, what a saw for $60. So before I kind of show you some of the functions on it and then we go demonstrate it, let me just tell you a little bit about it and who it's for. So the Portland saw has, I believe, a 6-inch chain on it with a bar you can see here. And I've got a little bit of oil on it and whatnot. But this is perfect for DIY homeowner. And why do I say that? Well, you've got a variety of saws out there on the market. You've got some that are gas, you've got some that are battery powered, that you just clip in the battery and you go and you saw away. And those are great and they work fine, but boy are they expensive. You know, a pole saw is something on my property with 5 acres and tons of trees here in the Ozarks. I really only use a pole saw maybe 3-4 times a year to trim up some branches that might be around my house or out in my field so I can get under them and brush hog. It's just not something that I typically need. It's just not something I can really justify spending the extra money on, especially if you're close to an outlet. And trust me, I'm no stranger to some of the other brands. You know, everything I run here is M18 or M12 Milwaukee fuel stuff. So I know they make some great stuff, but boy, it is a lot more expensive than this pole saw that performs honestly just as well. So yeah, if you're doing this professionally or you use that pole saw every week, every month, go ahead and splurge, get you a gas one or a battery operated one. I'd probably lean towards a battery operated one just on the basis that you throw the battery on, it's good to go. A gas one, you've got another gas engine to look after, and excuse my messy shop, but we've got enough engines around here to take care of. I don't want another one. So that's where this thing comes in perfect. All I have to do is plug this into a regular 110 outlet. And you can even use an extension cord, as many of them as you want, really. You can get real far out around your property and trim up all your trees. So you guys, let's take a look at this together. So the Portland saw is really easy to use. Comes with a nice cover that I like to keep on it, make sure I keep my chain nice and sharp. Comes with the cover that keeps the bar and the chain on, as well as the tension. And it came with a tool that's somewhere in my shop, but you can see that's just a standard Allen key that you can use to adjust that. So any good DIY homeowner is going to have something that's going to fit that. You can see I've leaked just a little bit of bar oil on this thing, but what good saw doesn't have that on it? Up top, you've got the fill cap for where the bar oil goes. If there was one complaint, and this would be literally my only complaint about it, so I wish this was a little bit bigger so you didn't spill, but you can overcome that by using a funnel to fill this. And that's the top end of this thing. As you move down a little bit, what you've got here, really easy controls. Look at that. Twist this way to lock it, twist that way to unlock it. So if I twist this way, that unlocks it, and out it extends. And one thing that is nice about this is there's a spring or something inside the bar itself, because I can feel whenever I let go, the backside here, there's tension and it brings itself back in. So then you just twist it to lock it back up. You feel whenever it locks there. And then as I move you down towards the other end, super simple operation. You've got a plug here, which is a little bit covered. I like that. And a trigger right here. And then on the other side is a safety. You don't want to accidentally grab this thing and mean to turn it on and end up cutting yourself or damaging property or something of that nature. So it's got a safety right here. You have to push this button in order to pull the lever in to make the saw operate. So I don't remember the actual specs on this thing as far as how far it extends out, but it's a pretty decent distance. Should work for most homeowners. As you can see, whenever I unlock it, extend it out here. I mean, it's, oh gosh, it's it's pretty tall, probably 10-12 foot or so. And then of course you got yourself, if you're about like me, almost at 6 foot, you get that up there, and it's good to go. And something I do like is that the motor is in the head of this thing, which gives you just a little bit of weight, not a ton, but especially whenever you get it out there, puts a little bit of weight on this end here to cut through any limbs that you might be working on. So in conclusion, before we go out and operate this thing, if you're just an average homeowner and you're not doing this professionally, this is the perfect saw. Save your money, don't buy anything more expensive. If you're just using this a few times a year, this is all you need, and it's a perfect, great saw that I'm perfectly happy with. So, now that you got to take a look at it, how about we put it in action? I don't have anything real close to my house today that I need to trim up, but what I do have are some limbs that I noticed whenever I was brush hogging, when I was brush hogging the bottom of my field yesterday. I thought, boy, I wish those were trimmed up. So, this is what we're gonna do. You're thinking, boy, he's on 5 acres. Is he really gonna run extension cord that far? Nah, no need to. I can overcome the battery issue. I'm gonna put my pole back here with the cover on it, keep my chain sharp, don't bump it in anything. Grab me an extension cord. Of course, it's my Harbor Freight Vanguard. You can't beat them for the price. Throw this in the back. And then, let's take this puppy with us. I bought this a little while back. I got a really good deal on it and haven't really had a use for it. I bought it for emergency preparedness just around the house if we were to lose power, whether that's summer, winter time, wherever, because we're all electric in our house. And boy, these are handy. But I can load this up in the back of my Ranger and plug into this, and we can go wherever we want to saw. So let's do it. Go. Are you holding on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I need to get out here and brush hog the rest of my field. Don't forget your spray. Here in the Ozarks, mosquitoes, deer ticks are really bad, and oh my gosh, chiggers. It was actually out whenever we were very first looking at this property. I got chiggers so bad, I literally couldn't sleep all night. I stayed up all night with them, just itching so bad they bit me. I think I had 50 on each leg below my knee, 50 bites on each leg. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. But nonetheless, we're down here. Let's go ahead. Let's trim up one tree together so you guys can see how this thing performs. Okay, first things first, I need to fire up my little Honda here. I'm gonna let it sit for just a second here. In fact, I can plug at least my extension cord in before we get started. You're not supposed to start these things with a load, and we're not going to here. But one thing people don't know about these little Hondas are sometimes they think they're a little cold-natured. You have to turn the fuel supply over here. Let me show you. You have to turn the fuel supply on over here, and it takes a little while for it to drain down into the carburetor to start. So people will turn that on, immediately pull and think, oh, it's good to go. That's not the case. You got to turn it on and let it drain down first.
Hey,
All right, generator's running. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, so this is, pardon the noise of the generator, but this is the tree we're dealing with here. Let's start limbing some of it back. I think that real low-hanging branch right here is a great place to start. like that, Bubba? Well, I missed the filming of the biggest cut that I've made so far. I don't know, what do you say? It's probably a good 4 inches or so diameter log there. So it'll do the work. I wish I wouldn't have missed that really good cut though. Let's start that generator back up and get to work on this. Taking some of that back weighs that up quite a bit. I think we'll move on to some of the low hanging fruit. Well guys, I've got a few more trees to shore up here in my field. I don't want to bore you guys all day with just cutting trees because we're going to be out here for just a little while. But you got to see it in action. Hopefully I got some good shots for you there. So you can see you can cut some fairly good sized stuff with this thing. And it doesn't seem to bog down, or really didn't bog my little Honda down too much either. So I'm very happy with this. Would I buy it again? Absolutely, in a heartbeat. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish up my evening out here. And hopefully I've convinced you this is the right saw for your property. All right guys, until the next video, take care.